In the news tonight, CCJ stays local proceedings. Decision pending in Mohammed's matter.
Not saying that this is the end of the extradition at all, or the request.
And City Streets debate emerges as Orby Barker Road opens.
I'm interested in seeing a People's Progressive Party civic-led city council. I'm interested in seeing strong government, strong leadership at the city hall. So don't guess what I'm saying. Don't guess what I'm saying.
The Caribbean Court of Justice on Tuesday reserved its ruling in the extradition proceedings involving Nazar and Azzuddin Mohammed and ordered a stay of the proceedings in the local courts. The matter was heard before the full court led by Justice Winston Anderson. Mohammed's father and son Nazar and Azzuddin Mohammed, the latter being Guyana's opposition leader, through their attorneys, said they are not opposed to extradition, but said they wanted a fair issuance of the authority. The Mohammeds have accused the government of bias and political prosecution.
Aspects of particular things where certain aspects of Article 144 mightn't apply, but you can't say as a general rule that due process rights, protection of the law rights don't start. Let me finish, please.
Yes,
don't start from the time of charging. I mean, you couldn't be making that submission, can you?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that the full impact of the article does not apply, and the authorities say so uniformly. And, Your Honors, I am not saying that the
Mr. Nanlal,
is not reviewable.
Mr. Nanlal, you say, Attorney General, you say something and then you say something else that has caused me pause. When you made that comment, I also made some notes to ask, but my brother has asked. So, you say the Constitution is the supreme law, correct?
Of course.
The FOA is legislation in Guyana, correct?
Yes.
Is the legislation subject to the Constitution?
Certainly, Your Honor.
So constitutional principles govern subject to the legislation and the language. Won't you agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm very troubled when you say, maybe like my brother, I don't know, that, and I wrote it, right to a fair hearing does not apply, and I highlighted it and put it in bold, to an extradition hearing.
No,
Is that what you are suggesting?
No, not at all. Not at all.
No. Okay.
The first issue is that the decision maker is not the opposition. The decision maker is the minister. And the minister's fraternity is the one who made the statement that were biased. That's the first point. The second point is that the statements that were made were pro-extradition statements even before the ATP was issued. And that is what you need to focus on. That's the second point. The third point is that the statements by the government cross the boundary of political banter. Because what the Learned Friends have sought to do is to temper down or reduce the extent of the criticism and the allegations of sedition, treason, flight to Venezuela, cohorting with a country that is almost in an adversarial relationship with Guyana. At the Court of Appeal, we're not saying that this is the end of the extradition at all, or the request. What we are saying is that exactly what Millard has so eloquently put, that another official who is not biased could do it under Kaltuna, under the Interpretation Act, and Millard from his court will address that issue.
That the request for the application, the request for the extradition came in on
What I'm saying,
and then a few hours later, the ATP was granted. Do you dispute that?
Your Honor, what I'm saying is that that appears in my learned friend's submissions. It does not appear in the evidence that is before the court, unless I'm mistaken and I have missed it somewhere. But in any event, Your Honors, what the minister did in her affidavit is to set out the process that she followed. Now, if it is now being said, well, she could not have followed that process because it only took her 2 hours, that is not the basis of challenge. The grounds of challenge is not that the minister did not properly perform her function under Section 2. The only ground of challenge is bias.
The CCJ will inform the parties as to when the decision will be handed down.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
Igloo Premium Ice Cream. Not all good things must come to an end.
GECOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by June 30, 2026 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. How to apply for registration? You must visit the GECOM registration office that is responsible for your area of residence to apply for registration, name change, or correction. You must have the following source documents as might be relevant: original birth certificate or valid Guyana passport for new registration, original marriage certificate and original birth certificate in the case of a name change by marriage, original deed poll and original birth certificate in the case of a name change by deed poll, original naturalization certificate and original birth certificate or valid passport in the case of naturalization. This registration exercise will end on May 29, 2026. You need to apply for a transfer if you now live at a different address than the one you were registered at. For more information, contact GECOM on 225-02-7729 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
From the Army, I go to the police force, spend 5 years service. Then take a break and join Sheriff Security. And so far the experience has been good and I'm enjoying it. I like my work, very dedicated and determined. Very nice company, have a lot of benefits. So I think Sheriff Security is one of the best so far for me, for my experience.
On a new date, Sunday 26th of April, Team Extra presents its annual Creek Explosion, performing live from Jamaica, Javinci. Granny Ivy and JJ Vibes. Music by DJ Bobby Kush, DJ Papa Feelings, DJ Magnum, DJ Garwin, David Hype, and Janus. Girls Dance-Off Competition first prize, $50,000. Second prize, $30,000. And third prize, $20,000. At Aziza, Akusa, Creek, Outside. Splashman's on a new date, Sunday 26th of April. Early birds, ticket $3,000. Tickets location, White Castle Fish Shop, Fireside Suites, Just Your Size Boutique, HJ Box Office, Short Boss Boutique, and Team Extra Stabrook Market. Compliments of Fireside, Grill and Chill, Extra Ginger Ale, and Czar Lager Beer. Be a leader.
The newly expanded Orby Barker Road was officially opened, unveiling a modern 4-lane highway designed to ease traffic congestion and improve connectivity for communities in Georgetown and along the East Bank corridor. President Finale said the project forms part of a wider transport master plan to reduce travel time and support economic activity. He also addressed concerns about the government taking over city streets, saying the designation of roads as public roads is about ensuring proper maintenance and progress, not politics.
We are not taking roads for politics. We are designating roads as public roads in the cause of progress. We have no political interest in dispossessing any entity. We are not playing politics with potholes. We are not campaigning with congestion. We are not grandstanding with gridlock. We are governing, and governance requires responsibility. It requires decision. It requires standing a firm ground. And I don't have the time to shift on sinking sand.
Ali told the gathering that he was interested in leading the Georgetown City Council, stating that if the capital is to become the finest city in the Caribbean, its infrastructure must match that ambition.
A modern city cannot run on broken roads. A growing economy cannot move on yesterday's infrastructure. And yes, I'm interested in seeing a People's Progressive Party civic-led city council. I'm interested in seeing strong government, strong leadership at the city hall. So don't guess what I'm saying. Don't guess what I'm saying. My intentions are clear, and the intentions of the PP Civic is clear as ever. We want the chance to run this city because the city deserves better than what it has today. And it is time the people rise up and give the People's Progressive Party Civic that opportunity to lead the city and to continue to lead the city in progress, prosperity, and to deliver good governance for the people of Georgetown.
Public Works Minister Juan Egel noted that 23 vendors displaced during the construction have been relocated to a new tarmac area. He said this was part of balancing development with community needs while protecting livelihoods. The government has also announced its intention to take control of empty spaces currently on the City Hall. Georgetown Mayor Alfred Mentor has said that the administration will move to address more than 2,000 streets that have been transferred to Ministry of Public Works.
Drink and taste, you will never decline. Extra lemon and lime, it's the two combined. It's one of a kind. Extra lemon and lime, extra lemon and lime. Taste the citrus in every sip.
What are you doing? Igloo ice cream. You know it's good.
The Guyana Police Force Traffic Department is intensifying efforts to promote road safety among school children, continuing an educational campaign aimed at fostering responsible road use from an early age. On Monday, officers visited Grimes Hall Primary School on the east coast of Demerara, where they engaged students in an interactive session designed to highlight key traffic rules and safe practices for pedestrians and road users. Inspector Richard Trotz, attached to the department's Education Unit at Traffic Headquarters, led the outreach alongside Officer Charan. Addressing the students, Trotman emphasized that road safety has become an increasingly pressing issue and underscored the importance of equipping young people with the knowledge needed to navigate roads safely.
So in Guyana here, we observe that when we use the road, we should use the road safely at all times. Why? Because accidents are occurring on the road. What makes it more alarming is that when you're a pedestrian, somebody who walks on the roadway, and you're hit down by a motor vehicle, it's likely that you could be seriously, anyone? God, you could be seriously injured, or ultimately what could happen? God, you could die. Look left, look right again, and if the road is clear, walk quickly across.
The initiative forms part of a broader nationwide drive by the Traffic Department to reduce accidents and build awareness through education, particularly among vulnerable groups such as children.
Road safety is becoming a topical issue for us, and we should start with them as it relates to using the curb drill, using the pedestrian crossing, ensure they walk on the right-hand side of the road, use bright color coding at night. What you find is that when we come into school to do these lectures, the students are complying, but the parents are not, especially when they're bringing their children to school in the morning and when they're picking them up in the afternoon. You'll find that the motor vehicle that they're driving, they either obstruct the traffic or they park it dangerously along the roadway that could affect other persons that are using the road. So driving around schools, particularly along major roadways, you find that speeding is an issue. Drivers have to be reminded that children, they're very small, they're not so tall, they might cross in between a vehicle, they might be on the pedestrian crossing, and you might not be able to see them. So you have to reduce your speed so you could be able to stop in the event of something happening.
The program will continue in schools across the country in the coming weeks. For these and other stories, do visit us at our website www.rdproductiongy.com.